All right, folks. So in today's video, we're going to take a look at this. I think you say this alpha, but I'm not 100% sure. We're going to look at this power inverter from them. It is supposedly a pure sine wave inverter, so we're going to hook this up to an oscilloscope and test that. And we're going to test a couple of other things and see how well this thing works. I've been looking for different inverter solutions for some solar panels that I'm setting up out in the backyard, and I'm hoping this one fits the bill. It seems that it gets a pretty nice inverter, and I'm going to tell you all about it in this video, and we're going to hook it up to all kinds of test gear. I just want to take a quick look at this side of the device, and here you can see two smaller fans. The size of these fans make me worry a little bit about noise, but I think it'll be okay. And then we have these binding posts. Let's go ahead and take that off, and let's go down here. Maybe you can see it a little bit better. But taking a look at these binding posts, you can see we have a washer and a lock washer, which is nice. One of the things that did concern me is that I would have liked to have seen some sort of plastic insulation material here in between these two posts. And the reason being, if these become loose, potentially your leads could twist and bump into each other and potentially short out. So that's something we're going to have to be careful of. It has on the bottom, you can see that it has these mounting plates here. Which makes the thing pretty handy. I don't see any really deep heat sinks on here. There are some on the side, but I wouldn't call them deep. So I think this entire case is going to act like the heat sink. Taking a look here, I have not turned this thing on yet. We have two 2.1 amp USB plugs, on-off switch. I believe this is going to tell me how much current and voltage is coming out of these 110, 120 outlets. And this is going to tell me the voltage of the battery. Sorry about it being a little bit blurry there. But we're going to connect this up to a 100 amp hour battery. So let me get that set up, and then we're going to come back and we'll begin some of the testing. Okay, so here we are connected up to the battery, and then I have this this clamp on multimeter set to measure DC current. And what you can see in its idle state, we are at 0.32 of an amp, which is actually a pretty low draw. Let me go ahead and just turn this baby off, and we should see this thing die down. And we're not. Let's turn it back on and see what happens. And we're getting nothing. All right, so what we want to test first is going to be the USB ports. So let me go ahead and plug in the charge doctor. All right, so I have my multimeter set up to test and measure volts in AC current. So what I want to do is I just want to quickly plug this in here and see if we're getting any current out of the device. Okay, I hooked this up, and when I first turned it on, I heard the capacitors charged, and this thing made a noise. And something seems to be wrong with it. And something else happened when I turned this on. My battery died, and my battery shouldn't have died. It was fully charged. So one of the things I did is I disconnected all the wires, the battery, and I went over and I started charging the battery again, and that brought it back to life. Once I have hooked it all back up, this will not come on, and this battery won't turn on. And I tested this with a meter. I tested it with a meter, and we're getting nothing out of this. And then when I checked the voltage across the posts, nothing, and checked the voltage across the battery, nothing, until I jump start the battery again. So it's going to be a short video. I really had a lot of high hopes for this Alpha power inverter. I'd seen some good things about it on the internet. But it looks like I might have got a bad one. So that's it. I'm going to say it's junk. Thanks for watching, folks.